ready. Another good feature of this year's defense budget is the reliance which we are placing on the expansion of the naval capabilities. This is a very welcome feature, and I think it is much long overdue because we have a vast coastline, a vast area which we call the Indian Sea, and other commitments of that nature, and we must strengthen our naval forces so that we might be able to protect our national interests on the high seas as well as the coast. One thing I would say at this point is that sometimes we feel that whatever we spend on defense is something of a waste or in the nature of non-productive use. Whenever we make a statement that we have 2000 crore plan, we say that it is a non-development expenditure, or this is something which does not contribute to the development of our country. Probably it does not do in that sense, but if you see our defense production program, the way it has strengthened our industrial base, the way it has trained our technical manpower in all these new techniques, that by itself is a great asset from the economic or social or technological point of view. Therefore, this pace should increase, and we should not regard that anything is spent or any accelerated pace of expenditure on defense is something that may lead to non-productive use of our resources, but it is something which we must not grudge our armed forces, and any expenditure done in this respect is an investment from every point of view. Sir, we heard something about discipline. It is true that discipline is very necessary in any aspect of national life, and in our army we have the best and the most disciplined group in our national life. The concept of discipline also changes with time, and the old type of discipline was you must spit and polish, you must click your heels when an officer comes about, and a certain relationship came to be developed between an officer and a Jawan. I would say with very great humility that this is outmoded in the present context of our society and our national position. Therefore, has to be a democratic approach to discipline. I maintain that there is something like democratic discipline, a discipline which arises not merely out of the relationship of superior and inferior persons in the service rank, but out of mutual respect and a sense of camaraderie, and that type of discipline is more enduring, more purposeful, and more in consonance with our national aspirations and objectives as they obtain today. About the institutions like Bat Boy and Orderlies, I would not like to go into that because it is a delicate subject, but I think particularly the senior officers should do some rethinking on the subject to see that what relationship they want to have with the Jawans or the service police about salaries and emoluments. Also there is gap. Sir, we are very grateful that this opportunity has been provided to this House to debate the working of the Defense Ministry. As a matter of fact, we are discussing other ministries also, which seems to be a new procedure in our house, and it has to be welcomed all the more. It is fitting that the Defense Ministry should have been chosen as one of the ministries about which we have a discussion here. It is very necessary that there should be the widest possible awareness among the people of our defense needs and the readiness of our armed forces to meet them, and with that end in view all the facts, whether they are in this house or outside in the academic bodies or in the press, are most welcome, and I would urge upon the government to give more facts and figures to the public so that the discussion that ensues will be more meaningful, and that all these complicated problems would be given due importance in all the quarters of our country. Well, sir, the problem of defense and its administration is a very complex one. The relationship that the service chiefs should have with the civil administrators is really a very delicate matter, and I think some very healthy and useful convention should be established so that there could be a meaningful administration at all levels. We are very happy that we have the defense minister who is regarded in the highest esteem by the people, and he and his eminent junior colleagues from a team which is dedicated to the welfare of the services and the defense requirements of our nation. I think we should give them all possible strength in the good work that they are doing so that they may be able to improve the working of our vast and variegated defense forces to make them better instruments of our national security. Sir, as my friend suggested, the working of the defense ministry should be a little different from other ministries.